So once your funding is approved, your order comes through to Genius Within, so to our client services team, who typically then match you to a coach. So you get assigned to a coach who then reaches out to you within about 48 working hours. Is that the case?
Yeah.
48 working hours. And then coach reaches out, explains the sort of setup, explains the expectations in an email, and they then arrange the first coaching session via the email. If you want to have a phone call conversation, that can also be arranged as well. It's just based on what your preferences are. And then in the initial session, it's very introductory. It's more about getting to know you as the client and for you to also get to know your coach as well. You have a look at the coaching contract to make sure that everyone's on the same page with the coaching. And you also have to go through the coaching evaluation scores, which you then complete before the coaching, which is basically a list of coaching topics, skills such as time management, concentration, and you have to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 with how confident you are in those skills. Because what we do is at the end of the coaching journey, about 3 months after coaching, we then take your post coaching scores to see if there's a difference in your scores pre-coaching and post-coaching, and that's our way of sort of measuring the effectiveness of the coaching at a individual level. And then once your coaching comes to an end, you then get shared this final coaching report outlining all the strategies that has been discussed, and that's kind of your guide after the coaching. But saying that after each session, we also upload some session notes as well, just to make sure that the client has something to sort of rely on in terms of notes, because some individuals like to have notes, but they can't take it, or they don't want to take it because they want to concentrate on the session. So we're kind of there to support that as well. Can I also add to that really quickly? You are also able to have what we call chemistry calls. It's not a very typical route that our clients do take, but some clients do want to choose their coach, but also see if there is that chemistry in the first place, because sometimes there isn't, and that's totally fine. It does happen. So there has been situations where I've had chemistry calls with certain coaching clients, which is basically just a 15-minute chat, 15 to 20 minutes, not too long, just to see if there's that kind of that dynamic, that positive dynamic between the two.
Yeah. The other thing to add as well, as part of the coaching journey, is you do get access to the Genius Finder. So the online profiler that helps to identify challenges, strengths and competencies. So that can be used as standalone to look at some individual strategies, or also it can be implemented within part of the coaching as well as more of an action-led sessions.
It's really important that we don't make assumptions. So as coaches, we are very huge on not making assumptions about someone's experience just because we have a similar experience to that. My version of the experience might be very different to someone else's. So that's why we bring in those clean questions to make sure that we're not putting in our assumptions, our own sort of experiences into our conversations with our clients. With the clean questions, we get a lot of training on that in-house at Genius Within. Very simply, what clean questions is that it's just questions that help someone think for themselves without us leading them, fixing things or making assumptions about what they're saying to us. They're called clean because we don't add our opinions to it, we don't have any interpretations in it or solutions into the conversation. And the aim isn't to sort of get the right answer in those questions. It's just to help someone notice what they're responding, how they're responding to those questions. And it's about them choosing what to do next with their own response. It's a bit like hearing back your own answers and being aware of those answers and what to do next. So it's a lovely way of empowering people to sort of find out what the next steps are for themselves.